All right, the very first question of the test gave you an equation where you had to match it to a scenario. Okay, it is a lot of reading and a lot of keywords, but we're going to take it step by step and really narrow it down. Okay, so the first thing I notice is that we're going to be combining 340 plus something that's going up by 5 repeatedly. Okay, that x means that 5 is going to happen repeatedly. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, and that's the first thing I'm going to look for, is if some part of each of these says 340 that happens once being added to something that's increasing by 5 each time. Okay, Sierra has a bucket that originally contained 340 fluid ounces of water. Yep. All right, so it originally contained, that tells me it's happening one time, checks out. And it's being filled, that's that plus sign, at a rate of 5 ounces per minute. Okay, that's that 5x, 5 per minute. So this one checks out, okay? All right, I'm gonna go on to the next one and narrow it down as much as I can before I go back and check the last half. Okay, the next one says Sierra started with savings of 340. Okay, again, she started at 340 one time, cool. And let's see if we're adding 5 each time. This says, and spends, she's losing money from her savings, $8 every week. So minus 8 every week, 8x, repeated 8. Okay, so if it said 340 minus 8x, it would work, but it doesn't. Okay, they mixed up the wrong numbers. So we can already decide it's not B. All right, if you look at C, it says Sierra started with 340 cans. Cool. She collects 5 more every day. So we're going to be collecting, which is adding 5 more each or every day. That's going to happen repeatedly. So that is a 5x. So we do have 340 plus 5x. So A and C are both so far okay. The last one says, hello, cat. Sorry, it doesn't say that. Sierra earns 340 points on each level of a video game. 340 on each would make it repeated. So 340x. And that's it before we move on to Brian. Okay. So this side only has one thing going on. That does not match our problem. All right. We've narrowed it down. We know it's either A or C. Okay. In the last half, it needs to equal 650 happening once minus 8x. Okay. So I'm going to pick up. Brian started with the savings of 650. All right, there's my 650. And I'm going to look and see if it says something to the effect of subtracting 8 repeatedly, okay? And then, all right, so Brian started with 650 and adds $5 every week. Okay, this one, oh, I read the wrong one. We already know it's not B. That's really wrong. Okay. A says Brian has a bucket that originally contained 650. Cool. And it's being drained. That means losing water, so subtraction. Cool. Matches. At a rate of 8 per minute. Okay, so 8 per minute would make it an 8x. All right, so far I have 650 minus 8x. A checks out. Okay, so it's probably A unless something, it's also C, in which case I did something wrong. All right, C says Brian started with 650. Cool. And he collects 8 more cans every day. Collects means he's going to be adding 8 more. So plus 8x. All right, that has the wrong operation sign. The only reason it's not C is because it's wanting to add 8x instead of subtract. The only one that matches is A. Okay? When you tackle these, you can either break it into chunks, look and make sure that the right numbers even go together, like how this one pulled it from either side. That doesn't work. You can read one at a time and see if it all matches. It's really up to you. You just have to go cube those and pay attention to your keywords.